Welcome to the Writer's Clinic. In today's episode, we are going to discuss why students fail English and literature examinations. Every writer and teacher of English language should worry about the poor performance of our students in literature and English at Form 4 level. Successive results show that very few students make it through these subjects. We may therefore say that the inability to master English language affects performance in other subjects. Unfortunately, when students do not perform well in English, the tendency is to blame them without serious interrogation of the problem. I want to declare that this is not a helpful approach to the problem. Our children have no inherent problem. The problem is with us teachers, parents, and education planners. The problem begins in primary school, where we never inculcate a reading culture in our children. Some children get to Form 1 before reading a single storybook to conclusion. At that level, we teachers do not do a situational analysis that can help us mitigate the problem. We assume that all the children are the same. We do not see the difference between the kids brought up reading books and those who never read a single storybook in primary school. The truth has to be said here. The key to passing English examination is wide reading of storybooks. It is through these storybooks that the children will experience language in use and be able to respond to close tests. Parents must appreciate this fact and help in provision of storybooks. It is so shameful that we are giving our children such things like playstations, cows, goats, chicken as gifts and not storybooks. The integration of English language and literature meant that you can never pass English language if you do not acquire analytical skills. The 3 English language papers are simply interrelated. Testing of skills in literary interpretation is spread across all the 3 English language papers. So, the teaching has to be integrated as such. The teaching of the 2 subjects separately is simply counterproductive. From a global perspective, the study of literature is the royal roadmap to the acquisition of language skills in writing, reading, speaking, and listening. In the examination format, English Paper 1 tests functional skills, for instance, writing minutes, writing speeches, and general effective communication. And yes, oral skills are also examined in this paper. Here, the syllabus is simply directing us to recognize the fact that exposure to a variety of situations involving language use, such as those that the students encounter in literature, are important. Paper 2 tests reading skills, And if the students have not read widely, then the dream of passing the exam is just but a dream in the true sense of the word. This examination consists of reading, comprehension passages, and tests a variety of language and literary skills. How can we expect our students to pass if we did not inculcate the culture of wide reading? Interestingly, reading comprehension passages based on the compulsory set texts has questions covering summary, grammar, and language use. This makes it mandatory that the teaching of literature texts has to give attention to aspects of language. English Paper 3 tests writing skills. How can our students respond to these questions if they have not been exposed to a variety of writing assignments? It is in this paper that candidates demonstrate competence in writing and in creative skills. The challenge to both teachers and students is to deal with all aspects of language as they study the prescribed literary texts. The truth is that the traditional guidebooks on set texts no longer have a place in the language classroom. I have for many years been advocating for writing workbooks instead of guidebooks. In conclusion, my advice to teachers and parents is that if you want our children to pass the English language papers, then you have to inculcate the culture of reading storybooks. This should be done immediately they acquire reading skills in primary schools. On that note, we come to the end of the Writers Clinic, coming to you from Kahawa Sukari Estate, Kahawa Sukari Avenue 1335. On behalf of my crew, I would like to invite you to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that you receive our continuous updates. Let's meet again next time with another edition of the Writers Clinic.